Hey folks, Eric here, the whatever guy, because it really is whatever with me. And do you folks want to know why we're calling the Alabama Medical Cannabis Commission the Alabama Medical Cannabis Cartel? You guys stick around, man. I'll talk to you guys about that. As you guys know, man, my name's Eric. I am the whatever guy, and I use shoot videos a couple days a week, basically keeping you guys updated in the world Delta 8, Delta 9, Delta 10, hemp cannabis, just what's going on around. And today, man, we're going to sit here and talk about an old article, an actual article from about 2 weeks ago that really lays out the issues that are going on with the Alabama Medical Cannabis Commission. We've talked about this many times on this channel. As you guys know, way back in 2019, they came forward with the legislation. And in 2021, they actually formed the Alabama Medical Cannabis Commission, which we are now calling the Alabama Medical Cannabis Cartel. And by the way, that wasn't my idea. That was something from Marty Shelper. They're actually printing some shirts up over there. So you guys run over to the Alabama Cannabis Commission, like Marty Shelver, via subscribe to her stuff that she's got going on over there. And obviously, let's get everybody get these shirts, man. Let's get about 50 of us with these Alabama Medical Cannabis Cartel shirts to show up at the meetings when they're in Montgomery. That would be a really cool thing, because this would really put some information on the map about what's going on in the industry and what's going on both sides of the table, basically what's going on with this Alabama Medical Cannabis Commission. You've got several factions that are involved in this. You've obviously got the patients that are in need of life-saving medical cannabis in the state of Alabama. You've got the manufacturers on the other side that really think that we've got a really shit deal in this whole situation, trying to get, people have actually mortgaged their homes so they could get into a position where they could get medical marijuana to patients in Alabama. And having said that, we find out that the Alabama Medical Cannabis Commission is really the issue. And at the very level, at the very bottom level of it, the Alabama Cannabis Commission has created these issues, and they are the ones that are basically in the middle of this whole thing right here. And this article that I found over at the Alabama Reporter is a super, super good article, extremely well written, and extremely surprised that I didn't find it before, because they talk about Lori Skelton. Lori Skelton is a hero, man, on the Alabama Medical Cannabis Commission, as far as I'm concerned. Out of all those Alabama Medical Cannabis Cartel members, Lori Skelton would be the one that I would say that is not part of that. She is actually the one that brought up the motion to speak or sit down and have an interview with all these applicants a week prior to the August 10th meeting. And as I've said before, that motion was shot down, before that August 10th meeting. And now we're in the middle of a bunch of lawsuits. And now, as opposed to this last meeting last week, now they're going to try to extend some emergency orders, have a sit down and discussion with all of these applicants, and try to get some sort of resolution before December. But all that hinges on court battles that are going on in the court right now. And that's what we're going to talk about in this article right here. It said the word secret triggers hold on medical cannabis. Who's to blame? So we're going to scoot down right here. It says secrecy, needless complexity, and a willful desire to control what commissioners see and hear seem to be a few of the stumbling blocks on which the Alabama Medical Cannabis Commission has faltered. Facing an onslaught of litigation and continued mistrust of the commission's actions, multiple people believe it's time for Director John McMillan to clean house, beginning with his legal team. In the latest round of court appearances before Montgomery County Court Judge James Anderson, the commission's outside counsel, William Webster, in an explosive outburst, threatened to expose dirty laundry when challenged about the possibility that the commission violated the state's Open Meetings Act when it awarded cannabis license earlier this month. I wish you would, because I've said many times on this channel that we already know. We already know. We have in our possession information that basically points to the fact that some of these Alabama Medical Cannabis Commission members were actually speaking to these applicants, the ones that actually got licenses. They ended up speaking to them behind closed doors, away from everybody else. And the people that they did not speak to, like Antoine Mordecan, people from Green Phoenix, people from Moss City Labs, they didn't get a license. Okay, so if you want to start posting out some dirty laundry, that's some other dirty laundry that we can start bringing out. During the same hearing, Webster's use of the word secret to describe the closed door nomination process led Judge Anderson to issue a temporary restraining order against the commission for potentially violating the Open Meetings Act, which is exactly what happened. This is not the first time the commission lawyers Webster and staff attorney Jason Day have been criticized for advising commissioners to conduct business outside of public scrutiny or be assailed with accusations of withholding information from the commissioners. So apparently, the way I'm reading this right here, my understanding is that the legal counsel for the Alabama Medical Cannabis Cartel is actually the ones that are directing them and pushing all of these other applicants out to arm's length. At a July 14th commission meeting, Commissioner Lori Skelton, a healthcare lawyer, issued some critical words and warnings about the commission's process as being dictated by staff, saying the process lacked transparency and that vital information was being withheld from the commissioners. When we are not even given the opportunity to do our job, to receive the information that we need that we need, and we are told, no, you may not have that information because we have to protect the integrity of the process. It is my understanding that us sitting here casting our vote, that is our job, to protect the integrity of the process, to get this product to the people of the state that need it as quickly as possible, that have needed it desperately for years. Skelton also predicted in July that what is currently a process today is a mechanism that has been set up to cause us to continue in litigation for years to come. Skelton's statement about the litigation was not crystal gazing, but a forthtelling that has become a reality. The current number of litigants waging legal battles with the commission is growing daily and has been described in court as quite onerous. Webster and Aday appear to shoulder most of the blame for the AMCC's failings, at least according to court documents and those who have observed the process closely. From the curious decisions to allow only certain favored applicants a so-called workaround to file size limitations, to withholding information from committee members and allegedly advising the commission to violate the Open Meetings Act, it is the commission's lawyers who appear to sit at the center of the commission's whirlwind of troubles. They have also been questions about temperament, especially about after a particularly heated exchange between Webster and Judge Anderson. I'm not going to read the actual argument. If you guys want to run over to the Alabama Reporter, you can actually see the actual discussion between Judge Anderson and Mr. Webster in the court proceedings. Court observers call the exchange at best a tantrum and at worst a threat to potential litigants, which would be tested in court. Plaintiffs at the most recent hearing before Judge Anderson faulted Webster for giving bad advice on the commission's use of the Open Meetings Act. The plaintiffs questioned the legality of the commissioners voting in executive session to nominate applicants for medical cannabis license outside of a public hearing. Webster claimed that the secret ballots were not a vote. However, in a back and forth with Judge Anderson, it seems Webster was at a loss to defend the actions taken by the commission in the executive session. So basically what they're arguing about is the fact that all of these commissioners went up into a closed door session and had a meeting, and they nominated these people. But we just talked about in this previous paragraph how they basically they had documents and stuff that they talk about, and had from the curious decisions to allow only certain favored applicants so-called workaround to file size limitations to withholding information from committee members. That in and of itself right there is just a crazy statement. Like, they are basically telling us that they had conversations with people that actually got applications. So they were in conversations, and they gave these people workarounds for the file size limitations that they didn't give everybody else. This wasn't a fair hearing all the way around. Let's see. Privately, people are concerned that Webster and Aday are the heart of the licensing process filings, and that their advice to McMillan and the commission has been suspect. However, insiders say McMillan is hesitant to make changes. Still, some fear a growing chorus for changes could turn its sights on McMillan, a man who is almost universally admired at the state capitol. Commissioner Skelton in July perhaps best summarized the commission's duty by saying, "We owe responsibility and transparency to the people of the state." She also recognized that every delay prevents individuals who are suffering from receiving treatment with medical cannabis, as the legislature and Governor Kay Ivey intended when they passed the Medical Cannabis Act years ago. Guys, this article right here, I'm so completely surprised that I didn't see this article. I would have liked to have got this article out prior to the previous video that I put out when they did the last meeting. But having said that, this pretty much lays it out right here, man. Their own fucking lawyers are basically telling us exactly what is going on, in behind these closed doors in these meetings. If this is a fact that some of these people were actually given workarounds for this 10 millibyte for these applications, and were able to withhold information from the commissioners, that in and of itself is a completely fucked up situation. And excuse my language. I'm trying to clean my language up for these so that obviously they will get shared more with the algorithm. I apologize for the F-bomb. But having said that, guys, this is a completely crazy situation to find out that exactly what I had been saying the whole time is exactly what's been going on with the AMCC. So we're going to call that right now until they get this situated. From right now, the hashtag will be Alabama Medical Cannabis Cartel. That is it, guys. For you guys are sharing stuff out on the internet, post hashtag Alabama Medical Cannabis Cartel, and let's go ahead and get some information out there. For you folks out there, man, that are on both ends of the board, take this information with a little bit of light, anger, and go ahead and get in touch with your commissioners, get in touch with your representatives, get in touch with Kay Ivey, and let's see if we can get this situation fixed, man. Like, the Alabama Cannabis Commission has a really nice would be able to solve this problem by creating a free market society. That is something right there that would probably be beneficial for everybody in the state, because like I said many times before, it's not like every one of those applicants are going to be able to get medical cannabis up on the shelf within 60 days. Let's just open it up for all of them. Let's just give everybody the license. Let's take this cartel out of the situation all the way around, and let's go ahead and get Alabama medical cannabis going in the state of Alabama. All right, folks, this is Thewhateverguy signing off, and I hope everybody having a great week, and I will talk to you guys later, man. Love it. See ya.